Go. Go. Me, 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 me.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday! This is High Class Geek News for HighClassGeek.com. I'm your friendly neighborhood geekazoid, Evan Ransom, and with me today is everyone's favorite geekette, Pixie. Say hi, Pixie.
Hello.
And Pixie's fully organic and fully functional sex toy, Jay.
That'd be me, and I'm so willing.
Oh.
I wonder if he's gluten-free. Anyway.
No, dude, no, Bro,
No.
as fat
I've
is
just
where
been
it's
shaking
at.
my head no the whole time.
We like our meat. We were talking about just
I've got
before
no
we
response.
Way to
I've got
start.
no response to that.
Every once in a while, I wonder if like someone watches this and is like, "Is this guy gay or bi or what is he?" To which
Hey.
to which I will be like Captain Jack Harkness on Doctor Who. Who knows how many genders alien species have?
It's a good point. It's a good point.
Very good.
Find the right alien in every way is a three-way. Anyway.
Okay.
Oh God, I am surprised I got this done as quickly as I did. Because I purposely try to wait until the last minute these days to like arrange all of these things. So I can be sure I got as much news as possible. Like ideally I would do it probably about 6 p.m., but I had to work so I didn't get here until about 7:30. But it took less than an hour to put this all together, which is saying something because it's a lot. Part of the reason is because I cheated.
Cram-packed with goodness.
Well, this episode is titled On the Books, and that's entirely because of our main story, which is, my fucking God, the newsfeed was just bombarded with movie announcements. It's like, okay, I wrote them all down. Nice little list here. These are all the movies that got announced, are being made, or about to go in production. In a couple of cases, don't ask me which ones, got release dates. The third Star Trek movie. With the new cast. Deadpool. Don't stop getting wet there, Pixie. Calm down.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Doctor Strange, which now has a release
Yeah,
date.
I'd heard about Doctor Strange getting released a couple weeks ago.
The next James Bond movie, which is funny. In all of this, I forgot. Yeah, we're supposed to get more James Bond movies until there's no longer movies. That's what I love about James Bond, because they just naturally come along. Nobody thinks about them until all of a sudden, boom, it's announced. We're getting another Jason Bourne film. Well, this one will actually have Jason Bourne in it, apparently. And the movie we've all been waiting for, apparently, there's a script for Zoolander 2.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
about that.
Will Ferrell had released a statement saying that Mizawatu or whatever, I can't remember that guy's name. His evil complex is going to be in the movie as well.
I'm like the only person on the planet who don't like that movie.
I actually, my friend took me to go see that movie when it came out in theaters, and if I'm really bored and I really want a bad laugh, that's a good movie to watch.
The only thing I found funny was the gas fight, and that was it. That was it. Everything else, no.
Bad laugh.
It's just.
But
No,
aside
it's funny
from that-
watching it now because you're like, that's Alexander Skarsgård, and he looks like a complete pansy. I mean, in that moment, you know. I mean, he could have another dude's junk in his hand in True Blood, and you're like, damn, he's so manly. But at that 1 minute when he starts sissy spraying with a gas pump, you're like, whoa, bro, too gay. You never go full gay.
You say
know?
too gay. I'm like, at this point, we've seen the full Skarsgård, so you have HBO. I do not. HBO, wow, that show. Okay, I've watched the first
What?
two seasons. It's not that I didn't enjoy the show. it never like got bad at the point I left at. It's just there before the show came out, there was a part of me that always, ever since X-Men, wanted to see Anna Paquin naked. About halfway through season 2, I got sick of seeing Anna Paquin naked.
Naked, yeah.
And it's
You're
even weirder when you it's even weirder to put consideration that almost at the start of that show she started dating what's his name, and there's still
Bill
like,
Compton.
from beginning to end, both of them were still getting naked like crazy in the show, and I'm just like, isn't that a little weird when you go home at the end of the day and you have kids together? And I try not to think about it too much. But anyway, these other movies though, let's get the big one out of the way. We're getting Deadpool. I'm worried, but it's happening.
Well, I mean, wasn't a couple, I think it was like a month ago, that somebody had leaked some CGI'd, comic version with Ryan Reynolds had already synced in
And it was
the dialogue. It was pretty badass. I would admit that.
That got released, and people kept trying to take it off the internet, but it would not die. And it was basically, if that is all I get of a Deadpool movie, I'm good. It's sort of like how I deal with bad Fantastic Four movies by saying,
fuck it up.
Yeah, I mean it's how I deal with bad Fantastic Four movies by saying I got a good Fantastic Four movies. It's called The Incredibles, but I got it. This I look at them like, for those 2 shining minutes, I got exactly what a Deadpool movie is supposed to be.
I mean, okay, like the Deadpool video game, the humor of Deadpool, spot on. Gameplay, not so much. So
God, it was awful.
Yeah.
I have high hopes just as a big Deadpool fan, but I do have that slight hesitation, like everybody else probably does.
My hesitation comes mainly from the fact that it's 20th Century Fox, which is very hit or miss.
Yeah.
Like, people keep bitching at Sony about, like, Spider-Man 3 and the 2 Amazing Spider-Man movies, and I'm like, no, those are much better than the bad things that 20th Century Fox has done.
Well, that's the thing about being a comic, I love comic books. I grew up with them all around, but, like, when you take certain comics and you make them into movies, once Hollywood gets a hold of it, the one thing that kills me is it sparks interest in other people, but they're only references to what Hollywood had told them about the story. So with Deadpool, that's a big story. We're going to need a couple movies.
Unless it's Marvel Studios. Who basically are making billions and billions and billions of dollars by doing things that Hollywood has been saying for over 20 years before them would not work in a movie.
That's very true.
I don't know.
There's nothing I love more. I love whenever Kevin Smith talks about, like I always did, he always talked about how his experience of like working on the Superman movie and the stuff, and how he was telling them back in the 90s, why don't you get the guys who actually do the Superman comic? They know this character back and forth, and they're telling them, no, you can't get comic book guys to do these movies, you can't do stuff in movies like you do in comics. It's even funnier now when we see them doing everything they kept telling Kevin Smith you can't do. And they're making more money than anybody out there right now.
I know
it. It's like just pretty much them and Disney is the only one making Harry Potter money now. They filled in the Potter gap.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Star Trek 3 is coming out. And Doctor Strange. Oh, God.
I'm excited about Doctor Strange, though.
Well, the actor that they have playing him is actually really good. So he was on Boardwalk Empire for a while.
Did they? It's not Joaquin Phoenix, is it?
Yeah.
No,
Who was it? Was it?
Think of
No, it just occurred to me you could actually do a black Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Too far off from character, especially if it was like Omar Epps. But
I mean, I could buy that more than Johnny Storm. Honestly, that one's just so different to me because they're changing everything about the character.
Well, the Johnny Storm thing. Well, as long as Johnny and Sue are still brothers.
They're brother and sister.
The way it would work. The way that works, and I hope they do this, is if they go ahead and go very open about the fact that they're still related, but they never explain how, because that fits with the sitcom nature of it. He is our Max Headroom for the night.
Oh, no.
just
There's the boogeyman.
actor, but the young.
Oh.
Max had no Trenchum.
Yeah.
Okay, I think he's back to normal now. Now that John's back, looking more Irish than ever. Hello, John Little.
Greetings and salutations to you.
I was not kidding when I said he looks more Irish than ever. Yeesh. It's like he's got a pot of fucking gold back there and a redhead giving him head right now.
You got a problem with that? You want to fight about it? Come on now.
You're like a Guinness away from. Oh fuck it, you're already Irish. Anyway, we're actually still on the main story. We're just.
Come on now. Come on. I'll take you. I'll get you tight as a boiled owl. Come on now.
You're feeling bully?
Every time I laugh now, I look like a black Joker.
Why you gotta bring race into it, yo? Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
It's okay, he'll be back. And he'll sound like a transformer. Moving on past the main story, now John can't give his thoughts on the Deadpool movie. We're going to move on to movies. We're going to stop talking about movies to move on to movies.
There's only one thing I could say about the Deadpool movie. Fuck yeah! And I'm spent.
I kind of hope the trailer isn't footage from the movie. It's just like another thing similar to the test footage where he's just talking to the audience the whole time while he does stuff. Anyway, coming out in theaters this week, I should point out, not all of these are coming out on Friday, especially this first one, which is a Bollywood flick. So, and some of these, they're on here not just because they're coming out, but just because I want to see reactions. Finding Fanny. That is a Bollywood flick.
There's my reaction. Do you like it? Do you like it?
What are you going to do now? Chop off your middle finger and tell me it used to be a man?
No, I'm pretty sure you're good at finding the ones that used to be a man on your own. I don't need to help you.
Speaking of which, The Equalizer, the Denzel Washington movie based off of the television show very loosely, with the awesome trailer. Where Hit Girl's a prostitute. Needless to say, Frank Miller wrote the script. No, kidding. Anyway, let's see. Believe Me.
Okay, what's the movie?
My
I'll
Little
believe
Pony
you when you tell
Equestria
me.
Girls Rainbow Rocks. Don't act like you're not going to be the first one in line, John.
No, I won't be the first one in line. I've never hopped on the Brony bandwagon, and I never will. Because, you know, I exist in a world that somewhat resembles reality, where I don't have to imagine that horses are people!
Also coming out, The Good Lie. It's just amazing that suddenly came up right after you said all that.
Right.
Rosewater, The Imitation Game, and The Theory of Everything, which they call it that because 42 was taken as a movie title last year.
That just seems like one real long title for the My Little Pony film.
And coming out on home video, The Signal, which, according to rumor, can't be stopped. The Rover, which sadly is not about K9 from Doctor Who. And After.
Well, clearly this week I shall not be imbibing my money at the Red Box. Yes.
Who the fuck uses Redbox?
Okay, clearly I will not be wasting my bandwidth on BitTorrent this weekend.
And when did you turn into the love child of Sean Connery and The Dark Knight Rises Bane?
I put on the hat. No one notices me before I put on the hat.
Well, we got a release of a trailer for Tim Burton's next movie, Big Eyes.
I saw that. It's weird. I don't know.
I kind of want to see it.
I'm down.
I mean, I'll watch it, but
I look at it this way. It's missing two key parts of a Tim Burton film, which makes me want to watch it.
The gothic look of it, and
No, it doesn't have Johnny Depp or his
that's
wife.
because he's too busy making movies with Kevin Smith.
Exactly, he doesn't have Johnny Depp or his wife, and his wife didn't die.
And it's based on a true story, and a pretty good one, no less. In fact, it's kind of funny how the true story, it's like the movie-like elements are things that actually happened.
Isn't it Amy Adams that plays the lead?
Yep.
Yes.
And Christoph Waltz plays her husband.
That's
And I will watch anything.
Such an interesting combination. That makes it really. I mean, that's why I'm gonna watch it. I mean, I like Tim Burton films. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a girl. Most girls
Depends
love
on
Tim
the
Burton films, with or without Johnny Depp. It doesn't matter. But
in my opinion, he hasn't made a good
don't-
movie since Big
Don't
Fish.
lie, you know Johnny Depp's half the goddamn reason.
You know, I still look at the fact that he's
My favorite
engaged to
Nightmare
Amber
Before
Heard, and I'm still not
Christmas.
sure who won.
No. Nightmare Before Christmas. Favorite Tim Burton film. Johnny Depp's not in it.
Oh, please. You know Jack Skellington was based on Johnny Depp. We all know it. No one wants to admit it but me.
My favorite Tim Burton film is Batman.
Batman is good. But, I mean, I have a lock, shock, and barrel tattoo, for goodness sake.
You do.
It's also fun to look at Batman and remember that quote he made during his rivalry with Kevin Smith, where he said, "Anybody who knows me knows I've never read a comic book." I'm with Kevin Smith when he says that explains Batman. But anyway, we got some casting news. John, you're a Doctor Who fan.
Supposedly. Who told you?
Who's your doctor, John? Go ahead and tell the audience who's your doctor.
Fine. Smith is my doctor.
Well, you get to see him again in two things that you love put together. Victorian-era literature and zombies.
Oh, that's right. Didn't he get cast in Pride and Prejudice and Zombies?
Yep, as Mr. Collins.
Huzzah! Bully! I shall wear my hat!
I think he should be contractually obligated to wear a bow tie in everything he does.
Yeah, I'm so going to have to dress Victorian to go to that premiere.
Please do.
I will totally do that.
Jay, what do you think? He's frozen. Jay has to do me a favor, and at some point he needs to say to somebody, "I was frozen today."
You cursed him to be the Max Headroom. Way to go.
Oh,
Don't
God.
worry, you'll break through about the time we're done, I'm sure.
That
Sitting right next to the router.
that just makes me want to get a green screen to put behind me so I can have the Max Headroom graphics actually behind me.
Yeah. Speaking of geek casting and different geek movies, everybody's favorite Norse god, Tom Hiddleston, has been cast in Skull Island. We don't know what the character's name is yet, but we know he's in it.
Well.
Well, I know he was cast as Hank Williams Sr., which I'm definitely looking forward to that.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say this isn't the movie where he's playing that part.
Yeah, it would be odd for them to film a movie about Hank Williams Sr. in Ireland, but I wouldn't put it past people.
I don't know.
Rural
I'm just
Ireland
imagining
looks-
Hank Williams like serenading King Kong. I really would pay money to see that.
Wait a minute. Yeah, he is casting that too. Well, damn. Can't
Well,
remember
that's what
it
Skull
anymore.
Island is. It's the King Kong spin-off film. And also, for the remake of National Lampoon's Vacation, Leslie Mann has been cast as Audrey Griswold.
But who's going to be Clark?
Henry Cavill?
No. No. No.
I'm waiting for you to figure out the bad joke.
I've got nothing to say.
Should I play the Jeopardy theme?
Na, 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 na. I don't know. I'll have to ask my manager.
Okay.
Fill us all in on the joke.
Anyway, and in news, since a lot of movies got covered with us just announcing all the announcements, Jesus Christ, they are auctioning off Captain America's chopper from Easy Rider. So if you have a couple $1,000,000, you're a big fan of Easy Rider, about October 18th, you got a chance to get in on that shit.
Yeah, I'm too busy trying to buy your actual props from Pacific Rim, so yeah. I'm trying to buy Hannibal Chow's shoes.
Yes, that's what you're doing. You're not trying to actually build a Jaeger at all, no.
No, I really am trying to buy Hannibal Chow's shoes. They're online auction right now. I haven't been outbid yet, which is going to be awesome.
Is it a replica or the real thing?
No, the real thing, the actual shoes.
Well, shit!
Yeah, there's a lot of props going up.
Pictures.
I've got bids in for Hannibal Chow's shoes, one of the kaiju skin lice, the giant isopod-looking things, one of the original Gypsy Danger helmets. So, yeah. Hoping one of these things goes through. We have 2 J's now.
Wait,
cloned himself.
which one's the real Jay? Which one's the evil twin? We know the one with the beard is the evil twin.
Find the one with the goatee. That's the one with the, or the eye patch. Or the eye patch.
Well, moving on to TV.
Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Coming out on home video this week. It technically isn't a geek show, but I love the fucking show, so it's getting a shout out for me. The first season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Good
If
show.
you are not watching that show, you need to be watching that show.
I'm sorry. It's one of those shows that if you need a reason to watch, Terry Crews. That's the only reason you need. You have so many other reasons, but that's the only reason you need.
He is a comedy genius, and this is the show that convinced me of that.
Precisely.
Though also just the surprisingly good chemistry between Adam Sandberg and Andre Braugher, too.
Oh, God. I just have to say, Andre Braugher right now is my favorite straight man on TV.
I think he may be the greatest straight man ever on TV. I love the bit where they actually just out of nowhere takes on Adam Sandberg's undercover story for him. Momo, how is it no matter how little space I put between my lap and this table, you still jump on?
Don't feel
Nope.
you're not the only one getting attacked by a cat.
I'm not going to make the comment on, be glad for whatever pussy you get, Evan, because that's too easy.
Hell yeah, just like your mom. Anyway.
Oh, come on. You went to mom? Dude, you're smarter than that. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, that's a good point. Though I have to admit, the best Yo Mama joke I've heard in a long time was on a comment thread where somebody wrote down, Yo Mama's so stupid she got fired from a blowjob. Anyway, other TVs coming out on home video this week. The second season of Defiance, that show that no one I know is watching but won't go away. How I Met Your Mother, both the 9th and legendary final season box set and the whole story. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Green with Evil, which is the 5-parter that introduces Tommy Oliver as the Green Ranger. And it's actually surprisingly, genuinely good. Shut up, John.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
You want me to say something that'll make up for that?
Go ahead.
The Tom and Jerry Show, Season 1, Part 1.
The
Like original?
Or the remake?
And it just told me the Tom and Jerry Show.
That would be the
I'm hoping it's
remake.
the original.
No,
It
that
makes
would be the
more sense.
remake.
It would be just Tom and Jerry if it was original, because it didn't have Tom and Jerry show on it.
No. I'm guessing it's the original because if it's the remake, there probably wouldn't be a Part 1. Back then, seasons had a lot more episodes attached to them.
Well, back then they didn't have seasons. They were released with as precursors to movies. It was just we made this many this year.
That might be the remake then. I don't know. We'll figure. I'm sure it'll be made apparent when you go to Target.
The original, I'm all about it.
Yeah. And Transformers Prime Ultimate Autobots.
Surprisingly, a good show.
New one, isn't it? I heard Starscream is really good in that one.
They're all pretty good in that one. It's a pretty decent updated reboot.
Yeah, but Starscream's the one that matters most to me. He was always my favorite Transformer. Anyway, once again, we have casting news. My God, do we have casting news? I'm going to get the one that excites me the most out of the way real quick. The Doctor Who Christmas special will not only have Michael Troughton, who I believe is the son of Patrick Troughton, the second Doctor, and basically the Doctor that everyone's been on the heels of ever since, but also Nick Frost.
I might actually watch Doctor Who just to watch an episode with Nick Frost in it because I freaking love Nick Frost.
Well, in the very first season of the new show, they had
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg.
I love those guys so much.
God, they should just put. I'm surprised the two of them haven't done a cameo together. I really am.
It'll happen. You know it will.
Especially with the popularity of the
Cornetto trilogy. The trifectas have one episode written and directed by damn it, what is the dude's name? He directed the Cornetto trilogy and co-wrote it with them. Fuck, I can't remember that guy's name. That's pissing me off. I'll have to watch Hot Fuzz all over again just to find out in the end credits. Yes, I can't. It can't be in the beginning. I have to watch the whole thing all the way through.
I'm still just trying to find a copy of Spaced on DVD.
Oh, you can get that easy. Just go on Amazon.
I've been trying. I can never get it.
It's like $30.
When I can find it, I don't have the money for it. When I
well, money would be a necessity, yes.
Pixie, I've got you covered. I will bring my hard drive with me when I come back down.
It's also on Netflix.
Yeah, probably next month, and I will give you both seasons of Spaced, as well as the young ones, as well as... If you want Ugly Americans, I've got that. I've got a bunch of crap. I've got the entirety of Silverhawks if you want that.
What is
that?
I honestly, I downloaded the entirety of it, and I watched about the first season, and I'm like, wow. Not only does this not hold up, but this is some of the gayest shit I have ever seen. How did I turn out straight?
Superpowered space cops in sparkly outfits.
The fact that their spaceship shoots rainbows out of its ass.
Big damn heroes, sir.
The fact that the quote-unquote copper kid is from the planet of the mimes.
Well, a mime is a terrible thing to waste.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
Moving on to the second bit of casting news that has me the second most excited. Daredevil, they have cast Stick, and man, am I happy with who they got. Scott Glenn.
That should be interesting.
I can't. The way you said that, I get this impression Stick is that Daredevil character that even though you're not a Daredevil fan, you still love that character.
No, I just like Scott Glenn. You know me, dude. You could tell me that fuck. You could tell me that they actually, whoever the actor is they got to play Matt Murdock, they literally blinded him and gave him superpowers and made him an actual Daredevil, and I still wouldn't fucking care about Daredevil.
Yeah, you and your middle class background. Anyway, and speaking of comic book news, on Arrow, they have cast Nick Tarabay as Digger Harkness, or as he is better known to comic book fans and people who wonder why guys like us are into comics, Captain Boomerang. Yes, there's a Captain Boomerang. We swear he's more awesome.
I know there's a Captain Boomerang. I know there's a Captain Boomerang. That doesn't mean there needs to be a Captain Boomerang.
No, Captain Boomerang is one of those characters. When he's done right, you remember why there's a Captain Boomerang. But at best, and I'm probably being optimistic here, out of every 3 writers knows how to do him right. Not everyone can be Mark Waid.
Moving on.
Moving on, True Detective. Colin Farrell has confirmed that he has been cast for the 2nd season of the show. Apparently, they're searching hardcore for female cast members, and there's like they have like a list of 7 people who might be like pretty high profile, looks like they're looking at, but no one's really saying, yeah, I'll do it.
You know what's sad? There's one actress I can think of who would be perfect for that show, no matter what they fucking put her in, and she's dead.
Gillian Anderson?
No. And she's dead already. Brittany Murphy. Tell me Brittany Murphy would not be fucking brilliant on that show.
Depends on who she's playing.
Doesn't matter
I
who
don't
she's
see her as
playing.
a cop.
Oh, God, yeah. I can see her as a cop.
Be cool if she was like a drug boss or something, though. That'd be awesome.
I could see that.
And let's see. And finally... Oh, God, I can't believe I'm actually saying this.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Aubrey Plaza has been cast as the voice of Grumpy Cat for Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever, the Lifetime made-for-TV movie, which is absolute proof that the atheists are right and there is no God.
No, this isn't proof there's no God. This is why we can't have nice things. We had Grumpy Cat, nice thing, and guess what we're going to have to do? Ruin it. Now, don't get me wrong.
Not only that, but now Grumpy Cat's going to be giving me a boner because I am seriously turned on by Aubrey Plaza. Just her.
Okay.
You just like Mean Girls as it is.
She's not mean. She's apathetic.
I got a couple things to say about Grumpy Cat. First of all, my best friend swears up and down that Grumpy Cat is her spirit animal.
I feel so sorry for you if that's your spirit animal.
No, it's perfect. It matches her to the T.
Why? Every time you see her, she looks like this?
Pretty much. She'll even purposely make grumpy faces, and she has been plastering me with those photos of Grumpy Cat in the Camaro, which are clips from the Grumpy Cat Christmas movie, whatever it's called, blah, 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 blah. And I'm
pretty sure my spirit animal is a unicorn on its period.
I can't say anything. I'm actually wearing... No. Listen, I'm actually wearing a nail polish that is called Unicorn Farts. It's straight glitter, but it's called Unicorn Farts.
Straight glitter is an oxymoron, hun. Anyway.
But still, like, yes, unicorn. I can't make this shit up. I can't. I can't do it.
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
You see, I have a problem with the Grumpy Cat thing. Not because I don't mind the meme. It's just I'm nostalgic. We already have a TV Grumpy Cat.
Amen.
It's been done. His name is Garfield.
In fact, one could argue it's been overdone.
Yes, it has. Otherwise, Bill Murray would still have a much better career than he already does.
I'm not sure you can have a much better career than Bill Murray's got.
Okay, let me put it this way. Bill Murray wouldn't have had to make a joke about it in Zombieland.
That is true.
Do you regret anything? I don't know. Garfield, maybe.
No, it made sense. He would be the voice of Garfield in the movie, as the voice of Peter Venkman in the cartoon was the voice of Garfield in the Garfield cartoon.
Yeah, but by the same token, the Garfield...
Full circle. It's the snake eating its own tail. Granted, Bill Murray eating his... Anyway, in news, we're getting a new Justice League cartoon called Justice League The Gods and Monsters Chronicles. A 3-parter, which will be premiering on the online network Machinima. Which apparently, Machinima. It'll be in spring 2015, and apparently this is a station geared towards teenage boys, which means it fits perfectly with DC's current marketing strategy. which
You
is
know what?
Cuties.
I gotta say, just with the title you told me, the first thing I thought of, oh great, DC's finally doing a supernatural crossover. This should be fucking awesome.
The only crossover I want to see with Supernatural is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Because no. Here's why. For 7 seasons straight, Buffy has been saying how useless guns are against the supernatural.
Okay,
For that reason alone.
I'll agree with that. I will concede. That would be fucking awesome. I would actually watch an episode of Buffy for that.
I just love to see her try to explain to the Winchesters how they're useless. They're like, really? Let's see. In other news, it has been announced that not only is Supergirl definitely happening, she has a network. She's going to CBS. The only station that currently doesn't apparently have some kind of superhero show on its docket until now.
Yeah, and we're going to CBS, the channel that is so well known for creating great action drama and keeping it.
Let's be honest, when you look at CBS, it pretty much is just a bunch of comic book shows. It's just that this one's being honest about it.
I always thought CBS stood for
CSI
can't broadcast shit.
CSI is pretty much just a science fiction show.
I was going to say, I look at CBS and I'm just like, the only thing I can think of is CBS. Yeah, we're still making CSI.
I watch Elementary.
Surprisingly good show. I actually enjoy that one as well.
It's like, as a friggin' crime show, it's the same bullshit they always put out, but as like a Sherlock Holmes thing, it's kind of interesting. And it's probably the best development of the character in a television show ever.
Yeah, I definitely have to say I enjoy the take on Holmes as a recovering addict, as opposed to just a high-functioning sociopath. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Cumberbatch. It's definitely an interesting takeaway.
Yeah, I will let people know now before they get pissed at us in the comment section. Sherlock is by far the superior show. But at the same time, there's been how many different fucking versions of Sherlock Holmes? I'm allowed to look at another one every once in a while. Like one that regularly has an episode coming out.
I would actually say the superior Sherlock would be Robert Downey Jr. That's the superior Sherlock.
Nah, as a lifelong Sherlockian, the one who's fit it best so far is Benedict Cumberbatch. Here's how I look at it. Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes is the Sherlock Holmes from the original stories that doesn't have John Watson's filter to make him more palatable to a Victorian audience.
I suppose.
But Benedict Cumberbatch is a perfect Sherlock Holmes if he existed in modern day. And no matter what, I'll always have Jeremy Brett, too, because I love that dude. Finally, last bit of news for television, and this should make John excited and happy. Made me excited and happy. After 9 years. 9 fucking years. How I Met Your Mother fans, we finally know where the pineapple came from.
Wait. What?
Yes! They revealed the origin of the pineapple.
I'm going to have to go look for this.
It's a deleted scene. You can find it easy. It was trending on Facebook for a while. I'm surprised you didn't already look it up.
I've been too busy painting superheroes in elaborate geometric patterns.
It looks amazing, by the way.
It's driving me. I think I just keep punishing myself. Really, I really do.
Do you want me to spoil it, or do you want to look it up yourself?
Let's not spoil it because there may be other members of our audience who have not seen it yet. So let's not spoil it. Let's all just go look it up. And
I'm not that hooked onto it. It won't kill me. I don't watch it like that. So.
Well, you can't anymore. It's over. Well, I have literally been watching that show since its first season, and I'm gonna, when the next season of television starts, I'm gonna feel that hole. Like the first season post-House, I felt that hole.
I don't know if we brought this up last week, but there's an interesting bit of TV news I discovered recently. It's kind of random. One of the shows of our youth may be getting restarted.
Uh-oh. Is it Thunderbirds our go? Are Thunderbirds finally teaming up with Thundercats? Or Thunderbirds fighting Thundercats?
Okay,
No.
okay, Sherman. Let's set the Wayback Machine to 1989. It's Friday night. It's
And the
about
mood is bright.
It's about 8 p.m. You've just
TGIF.
got done.
Are you talking about Full House?
Yes, I am.
I think we did
You're
bring that up.
kidding me.
Heard about this.
So far, it's going to be so far as I've seen. Everybody's coming back except for the Olsen twins. They've said they're not going to do it, but it's going to focus on Jesse and his wife. Bob Saget signed on. Candace Cameron signed on. Jodie Sweetin signed on. Dave Coulier signed on. So basically,
I have trouble watching that show now ever since Alanis Morissette released a single where she revealed that apparently she used to suck Uncle Joey's cock in movie theaters.
Whoa.
and it just got creepy.
That escalated too quickly.
Hey, that's been my problem with rewatching that show ever since I found that out. How do you not know about that? The You Oughta Know song? It's all about Dave fucking Coulier.
Yeah, I did know about that, and of course, then they spoofed it on How I Met Your Mother with
It's not me.
with Robin's obsession with fucking what is it, Paul Schaefer. But anyway, yeah, I did know about that, and it doesn't creep me out. It just kind of makes me go, good on you, Dave. Yeah.
Actually, there's a part of me that hopes that in the second season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they show Maria Hill with a picture of Paul Schaefer on her desk.
No, even better, even better. They've got to show a picture. Nick Fury's got to make a cameo, and he's got to be listening to "Let's Go to the Mall."
I just want him to make as many cameos on the show as possible because him and Clark Gregg have wonderful chemistry and timing.
They have great banter. Moving on.
All right, going on to video game news. Our video game girl is... Oh, she's back. We said nothing but nice things.
I was here the whole time.
Especially Jay. He has nothing bad to say about you at all. He certainly did not talk about that thing you guys like to do with the French tickler and a banana. Anyway.
I'll have you know that is completely normal in many social groups.
Yeah, if you do it to her,
Now,
not the other way around.
Bring in the goats and the whipping boy.
Just weird.
Things get kinky.
Like I said, Rose, always bring a banana. Anyway. Love bananas. Doctor Who goes with everything. Video game releases this week. And I'm going to point this out. I am sticking solely to what is coming out on Tuesday, and it was still a fuckload. So it's too bad Rabbit's not here, because computers are getting a lot this week.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm pronouncing this right. R No Surge, Ode to an Unborn Star for the PS3. Arcana 3, Love Max! Seriously, it's all in caps, and there's 5 exclamation points. For the PS3 and the PS Vita. Counter-Strike Nexon Zombies for Windows. Defense Grid 2 for Windows, Mac, Linux, Xbox One, and the PS4. Guessing that's the big one this week. Oh, take that back. Disney Infinity 2.0 Marvel Superheroes for pretty much fucking everything.
Yeah, I saw the huge thing they did in Europe with that. The video where basically they created holograms all over the city, including the Hulk holding up the London Bridge.
Why do we suck? I swear, every time I think we're awesome at geeking, the rest of the world shows how much better they are at it. For God's sakes, France is so much into Super Sentai shows. They made their own Super Sentai show that was so good, Japan syndicated it. We don't do awesome shit like that. Anyway, Flockers for the Windows, the PS4, and the Xbox One. Thanks, Jen. Got something called Flockers. Boy. Frozen Synapse Prime for the PS Vita. Gauntlet for Windows.
Yeah! Yeah! Sorry.
The reason you heard two yes? The reason you heard two yes is because John got so excited, his penis shouted.
Are you kidding? Gauntlet is the bastion of my childhood. It is a family tradition. Every year at Christmas, when me and my brothers are all together, we still sit down and play Gauntlet. We have played Gauntlet since Gauntlet 2 was in arcades. I am so excited about this. And yes, I understand that Gauntlet was the precursor to Diablo, and I fucking hate Diablo. But I don't care because Gauntlet is fucking awesome.
It is.
Getting a re-release.
So, John is under-enthusiastic about that. Slender, The Arrival for the PlayStation Network. And Stronghold Crusader 2 for Windows. God, we even got a game for Linus this week. Jesus Christ. Anyway, in news, does a certain somebody have a hanky? They might need a hanky. Microsoft has Minecraft now. It's official.
Yeah, but there's something freaking hilarious about that, though. Okay, Microsoft, yes, they got Mojang, but they didn't get the most important part of Mojang and the brains behind Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. Actually, no,
like,
they did.
What did they pay over $2 billion for?
$2.5 billion. Actually, they paid $2.5 billion, and they've retained the entirety of the staff. From what I understand, and this is the only reason I'm not freaking out about it, is because from what I understand is the reason Microsoft bought it is yes, they can make money on it. They're not going to turn it into a subscription basis, but what they're going to do is encourage the modding community by basically standardizing the modding apps and actually making them freeware.
That makes a lot of sense, though. That's bang, bang, bang for your dollar.
I'll have to tell you, I haven't played Minecraft on PC. I played it on Xbox 360. I actually really miss playing it, but I actually haven't played it in a couple months, and you kind of go through little fits where you don't want to touch it or look at it, and then you go through a binge where you play it like every freaking day, and it sucks so much time from you. That's Minecraft for you. But
that's video games for you.
Yeah, I was about to say, wait a minute.
And John, we have to do this drunk Minecraft thing, or the drunk Mario Kart, because it's fun either way.
Oh no, drunk Mario Kart, we're gonna have to do that. But drunk Mario Kart's more fun when you've got a bunch of people together in a room drinking. Drunk Minecraft, you can do. It's a lot easier to do over people.
What you're saying is I'll be playing Mario Kart in about a month.
You should be.
That's next time I plan to come to North Carolina.
Kids.
Never played Mario Kart before. I'm sure Mario Kart before. I want to play Mario Kart.
That sounds like a new game.
Oh god! So if there's any modders watching this, Mario Kart, get on it. Get it.
Why hasn't it been done already? I mean, they did Pixelmon, and that was huge.
Anyway, the other bit of video game news. Get ready to be happy, Pixie. I'm sure. We have a date for a release date for the Final Fantasy 15 demo.
I'm not excited.
It's in March though.
No, I'm not excited. Final Fantasy.
I didn't know you were Pixie. Holy shit, Pixie! You're wearing a hat and grew a beard and mustache.
I have been playing Final Fantasy. I've been a Final Fantasy addict since the first one, and those things have gone to hell since 10. I haven't actually played anything.
10-2 was shit.
Yeah, that's what I said. They've been going to hell since 10. 10 was no. 10 wasn't.
I'm sorry. There's a 10-2. Anytime somebody says Hollywood is getting ridiculous with their sequels, I'm going to remind them there's a Final Fantasy 10-2.
Oh, no.
Final Fantasy 10-2 was awful. It was one of the worst Final Fantasy games I have ever played, and I remember playing the first Final Fantasy, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, especially number 7. Me and Jay know all about Final Fantasy 7. We spent that whole summer playing that damn game.
Jam.
And again, I have my problems with 10. I believe 10 was a decent game, but it wasn't in the caliber of, I'm sorry, the classic ones. But you're right, it had gone downhill. I played, 10. I played 10-2 the best I could without the strat guide.
I did 10-2 very quickly.
I just want to know, in Final Fantasy 12, okay, are the attack eyebrows effective?
No, Final Fantasy 12 was the worst one because they completely changed from the real time or the.
I don't play Final Fantasy. You guys tell me 10 and 12. I think Doctor Who. I'm expecting you guys to tell me about War Final Fantasy soon, with starring John Hurt.
Honestly, I haven't. I mean, I played I played 10-2. I probably got about 2 hours into it, and I said, fuck this, I'm done. Never picked it up again.
Well, 10-2 was the first experiment into taking an established universe and then redoing the gameplay to try. I mean, the whole point of 10-2 was to try and get a larger female, specifically geared toward younger female players into your demographics, and it failed miserably.
Step 1, try a female protagonist.
It was all female protagonists, but the gameplay was awful. I mean,
Yeah, it was really bad.
Anyway, moving on, because we can argue this for hours.
Good game.
We could talk Final Fantasy for a very long time. You might as well just move on.
Right, we should have a special one just for that. But anyway, in comic books, once again, we don't seem to have news. I really should start looking that up myself, because David seems to be, that's the one bit where David tends to, I think, drop the ball a bit. So I'll try to make an effort to go out of my way to find shit there. But our suggestions for this week, Rachel Rising number 28, which is written and drawn by Terry Moore. So if you're a comic geek, you know why that's a big deal. If you're not, Terry Moore is every feminist dream. I'm not kidding. His entire work, you can do a series of women's lids, like papers on, even though it's a man doing it. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. The Sixth Gun, the dark fantasy western, which seems to be going towards its final story arc, if this isn't its final story arc right now. The Sandman Overture number 3 of 6. If the words "The Sandman" didn't instantly make you want to cream your pants, then there's no reason you should be paying attention to the comic book section of this show.
Mm-hmm.
New Avengers number 24, the other Avenger book being written by Jonathan Hickman, because good God, that book, his stuff is awesome right now. And I am not kidding when I say I think New Avengers may be the scariest book in comics at the moment. Star Trek, Harlan Ellison's The City on the Edge of Forever, number 4 of 5. Pretty much a must-read for all Trekkies everywhere. And believe me, it is phenomenal, both story and art. It is fully painted. It is wonderful. I kind of want it to be a basis for a Star Trek movie, because I think really a modern-day big budget is the only way you can really do this story justice. But I'm also pretty sure Harlan Ellison would never agree to it. And finally, issue 23 of what is, in my opinion, the best comic on the market right now, Saga. I love that book. How can you not love a series where the first image you see on the cover of the first issue is a woman breastfeeding, and when you open that issue up, the very first image you get is a close-up of her face as she says, "Did I shit? I think I'm going to shit." And you realize she's giving birth.
Wow.
It is fantastic.
Wow. I think my mind just fucking blew up.
I got nothing. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I've got to go find this.
The funny thing about this is, this is one of those comics where I actually read the letters that come in, and a woman pointed out that what he wrote was basically, so far, probably the most realistic portrayal from a woman's perspective of birth so far in pop fiction.
Did I shit? Really?
Okay, any woman who gives birth shits on the delivery table, okay? It happens.
As somebody who's actually been a birthing coach, that actually gets said more than once. I have heard it come out of a woman that, again, not even birthing my kids. I have no kids because I've been smart so far. That and the concept of a half-breed version of myself running around without my express supervision is frightening.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and admit this, but I've seen the breathing techniques they use, and whenever I have to pound one out on some serious porcelain, I mean, it comes out every time. Seriously.
Look, we've all had that moment.
They know what they're doing. They're relaxing things, chilling it down, you know what I'm saying?
That's how you handle a pussy.
I want to have a handlebar on my toilet.
And that's giving birth to a chocolate mud baby right there.
and by this entire conversation, our entire female audience has just gone, "Yep, not watching this anymore."
Which is sad.
They're talking about
well, now comes the sad part of our show.
Oh, God.
This is the sad part of our show, and if we lost our entire female audience, that's unfortunate at this point. This is the obituaries, and we only have one this time. Polly Bergen died of natural causes at the age of 84. Singer, actor, fucking feminist activist like mad.
I don't know.
Don't everybody talk at once.
Yeah.
That was a moment of silence. Well, trying to show my respect.
Moving on.
With my IMDb.
Moving on. Our final subject. We have no science this week, so we're just moving straight on to miscellaneous.
He's on down the road. Come on now, he's on down
John.
the road.
John,
Yes.
ready to be happy again?
I'm always happy, young man.
You ready? Because you ready to have a bit of your childhood come back again?
Somebody's re-releasing the Hoop and Stick. Oh, huzzah! Happy days.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus, old man. Coca-Cola's bringing back Surge.
Yes.
Yes, I heard about this.
Oh, my
Okay,
God.
Freaked out.
I'm gonna actually admit this. Internet, don't kill me. I fucking hate Surge. I hate it. It's disgusting.
There
No,
was
Surge, not
there's-
Slurm. Surge.
I know what you're talking about, and yeah, no, I hate Surge. I've never liked Surge.
Stuff
You know what
that
needs
had
to come
40
back?
But we're that much closer to getting a new Crystal Pepsi.
I don't want Crystal Pepsi. I want MDX back.
Oh.
But I want Crystal Pepsi, and I want it to be blue, and I want it to be made by Walter White.
No, I don't want Crystal Pepsi. I want my MDX back. I want my half Mountain Dew, half amp available in a 20-ounce bottle. I lived my last 4 months of college on that shit.
Is it
I
possible?
miss Jolt
to
Cola.
get Crystal
You can
meth.
still get Jolt. You can get Jolt in a variety of flavors. Go to Sheetz. Sheetz is the only
Oh
convenience
wait,
store I know that
dude, I live in the
carries it.
South. We ain't got those Yankee institutions.
Hey, there's sheets here.
I like to point something out, Jay. I'm from the South, boy. You ain't got to tell me about no northern goddamn institutions. I live in a place that ain't got no Bojangles, and I'm going goddamn insane.
No, they don't have sheets anywhere, so I can't find them.
It's a coming. It's a coming. Trust me, it's coming.
Don't to me, I'm from Alaska.
I'm from Alaska. We don't even
You
give a
live in
shit.
North Carolina, and you've lived in North Carolina longer than you lived in Alaska. You're a Carolinian now, Evan.
No. Takes a lot more than that to do it. I'm still a
Okay.
product of the world. But I can't tell you, Alaska, having visited there when I was 16, is pretty much like North Carolina, except they don't piss their pants whenever there's snow coming.
Don't even get me started on that BS.
I live in
Wait,
Iowa.
wait,
Fuck
wait,
you
wait.
all.
The first time
Right.
I moved down here, it snowed half an inch. Half an inch. The closest school. Grocery stores were wiped out. People are freaking the fuck out. I thought it was the funniest damn thing I've ever seen in my life.
You know, that's what I love about living in North Carolina. I know when an apocalyptic event happens, I don't have to worry about getting like supplies I'll need, like canned goods and stuff like that, because that's the shit no one here is going to buy.
No, they buy toilet paper, milk, and bread.
Which I just wonder, it's like, is there going to be some rush on, fucking French toast? The hurricane's coming. We're going to have French toast.
It better be
We're
kept
gonna
in
be stuck in a,
They buy nothing but perishables every time. That's when they expect the power to go out.
that's actually, I've had several of my friends from here in Iowa move down to North Carolina, and the first thing I told them is, when a hurricane comes, you do not go to the grocery store to buy milk and eggs and bread, because guess what? In about an hour, your power's going out. You go buy ice, you go buy canned goods, and you go buy liquor, because those are the three most important things when you're stuck at home with no power.
Always buy liquor.
Always buy liquor.
I'm not even say anything about emergency.
I look at it this way. The one thing I do like about out here in Iowa is I can buy liquor everywhere. If I need a bottle of Jameson, I can go to Walgreens and get it. Because there's
I
nothing
hate
to
that
do
stupid
here.
Spider-Man and claim he's a menace. Anyway, moving on. Benedict Cumberbatch has continued to make panties wet. This time by dressing up and taking pictures of as Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice for charity. I don't know this stripper, but
Don't look at
Moving
me.
on.
Hey, y'all better to say this is the geek girls that are all over him. I expected you to get all hot and excited.
Nope.
I'm guessing
Yep.
she's just trying to keep it cool for you, Jay.
Nope.
No.
Okay, it's just me then. Anyway, in other news, the cast of Star Trek: The Next Generation is reuniting for the New York Super Week.
Oh, way.
The whole shebang, Patrick Stewart and all. It's a good week to be a Trekkie.
Actually, I'd find it funnier if they were reuniting for Fleet Week.
I'm not.
I think I think 1 year Discovery should just do away with Shark Week and replace it with Klingon Week. I'm sure they kill more people than sharks do anyway.
True.
Let's see. Gwar now has a female vocalist.
Volvatron.
Volvatron!
Yes.
And I'll form the clit. And
Yeah. Have you seen pictures?
Oh, yeah.
Oh man,
saw
those
one or
aesthetic
two.
movies. They're pretty good though.
And apparently they shoot blood.
Gwar. I mean, it's Gwar. I mean,
just let me know when we get to the Gwar doctor. Played
Also
by
played by John Hurt.
Don't act like that wouldn't make you happy, John.
I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah. Let's see. Doctor Who and heavy metal. How do we combine these things? Christopher Lee, I'm good with that.
Well, seeing as
I
he's put
still
out
love the
about
fact that guy's in his
3
90s. He's still making heavy metal albums.
and they're actually good.
Christopher Lee is what happens when you take awesome and just make it into a human being.
yeah.
Anyway, wow, this one really has me excited. Okay, I was jokingly talking about being turned on by the whole Benedict Cumberbatch, like Mr. Darcy thing. No, this is something involving two guys that genuinely turns me on every level. There is a lost duet track of Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury, and it is officially being released.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I'm down. You said Freddie
I
Mercury
expect-
got me all happy, like. Okay. Best reaction ever. The squeal on your voice says it all.
Well, the best part is, and this is going to sound horrible at first, but considering when Freddie Mercury died, that means there's absolutely no way whatsoever this isn't good Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it's still mostly Black Michael, I believe. So yeah.
Before he got like super insanely fucking creepy.
Yeah.
It's before he went kawaii.
Yeah.
And
No,
our final item for the evening, which is just to give us a bit of levity to leave off of. The very first person in the world, the entire world, I believe this was in Australia if I remember correctly, to buy an iPhone 6, dropped it on live television.
I saw the video. Oh my god. At first they made it seem like he bought it and purposely like slammed it on the ground. But then you watch it and he's just a complete idiot opening the box and
I threw it on the ground.
But no, he was
Like
quick
dropping
to
mic.
pick it up,
He's just like,
he was quick to pick it up, but I'm sure, you know, he didn't even turn the damn thing on and it's fucking scratched.
Yep.
I hope he got the warranty.
I hope he had insurance on that.
He's
it would have been cool if he was just like seriously like grab it, look at it, and then just be like, you know what, Steve Jobs, have it back. Then just walk away. Be like, that dude's tough, sticking it to the man.
I'd say he got it stuck too. But yeah, that is it. That is the news for this week. Wow, and what a week it's been. Just the fucking all the movies coming out alone. We're getting another James Bond. There's part of those that the James Bond movie and the Jason Bourne movie come out at the same time. just so we can finally figure out who'd win.
True. Or crossover. All right, kids. Well, I suppose we will see you all next week.
Yep. This has been High Class Geek News for HighClassGeek.com. I am your favorite neighborhood geekazoid, Evan Ransom. With me today was, of course, the usual angry leprechaun / monkey, John Little.
Ole!
Punk than usual. Pixie. And her walking, talking dildo with the many glitches that is Jay.
He was the Max Headroom, and you cursed him to be the Max Headroom of the night.
Indeed you did. See you guys same time next week.
Yeah.
Same geek
And
time,
most
same
of our
geek
research, of course, has been done by our good friend David Book, who continues to find geek stuff for us to report about, because he's awesome.
Huzzah, David!
Yep. Until then, we will see you next week. Same geek time, same geek channel, on Sunday. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.